of 2023. We ask that you respect the solemnity of the occasion and remain seated throughout the entire program. Please refrain from calling out to the graduates and hold your applause until all seniors have received their diplomas so that we may all enjoy this momentous occasion. Baldwin High School's commencement ceremony is being streamed live via web broadcast on Baldwin Whitehall School District's homepage, courtesy of JRM Productions. As a courtesy to our graduates and speakers, please silence all electronic devices at this time.
I turned my phone silent. Not just down. If I hear the WTAE app, I'm going to know
I'm going to take a bet on it. What are the odds? What are you doing right now?
That's why you put it on the
That's my bet.
So that, yeah.
So what I was going to yell when they turned around.
Impressive.
Guess I want to go out to the camp.
Punta nga kayo sa ano niya, sa ganito niya. Tingnan niyo kung tama ba yung pagkakaganto ko. Dapat ba iganong ko sa kabila?
Alin yun? YouTube?
Oh, there you go.
Ito?
Here, you take it.
I've never.
Come in.
How are you?
Ayun.
I-send niyo to sa ano, kanila.
There's a couple days in but now there's here. That's where we were walking from.
I just remember when I told him to come here tonight, I'm like, I know. Yeah, he changed it. And I don't recall saying it to go the other way.
I did too. Park here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the class of 2023. The class of 2023 is being marshaled by the class officers of the class of 2024. President Chelsea Dowie, Treasurer Shay Ferrari, Prom Chair Liz Langer, Public Relations Chair Kelsey Boyd, and Executive Board members Mondo Kasuba and Emma Liu. Leading the procession for the class of 2023 are the senior class officers. President and distinguished graduate Dylan Snyder, Vice President and NHS Tutoring Chair and distinguished graduate Lauren Leffert, Secretary Aidan O'Malley, Treasurer and NHS Treasurer Robert Benton, Public Relations Chair Sophia Kozar, Prom Chairs Ava Waterick and Skylar Kelly, Student School Board Representative and distinguished graduate and NHS Media Chairs Haslima Chapagai, and the distinguished graduates adorned with medals indicating their accomplishments. Matthew Holland, Stephanie Oates, James Wilkowski. Elijah Trout, Gabrielle Dolly, Elijah Trout, NHS Service Chair, Grace Coleman, Ainsley Weidenthal, Robert Totslow, Jacob Gallagher, Paige Brain, Sarah Speedster, Marissa Bordone, Abigail Hutchinson, Timothy Book, Olivia Seiler, Audrey Work, Joshua Knight, Brooke McCardle, NHS Social Chair Catherine Lindenfelder, Justin Shanneman, Shane A. Smith, Danielle Moore, James Westling, Anna Smith, Evelyn Wright, Emma Glenwald, Broderick Brazil, NHS Treasurer Ava Vavro, Catherine Powell, Dylan Wise, Lila Kelly, Alexandra Dvorsky, Ryan Obrowski, NHS Vice President Rachel Zagornik, Samuel Petrovich, and Grace Harmon, as well as the senior officers of the National Honor Society, President Madison Benedict, Secretary Brady Zofin, Service Chair Ava Ippolito, Social Chair Morgan O'Brien, College Coordinator Abigail Sullivan, and the National Art Honor Society Executive. Presidents Charlie Marsh and Caitlin Spanos, Vice President Rustika Niapeni.
Nahanap tayo.
I'm like waving.
Nahanap tayo. Yeah.
I feel like we've done this before. We'll throw over, man.
Sabi niya doon sila sa tapat.
That's what she said.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise to honor America with the playing of our national anthem, sung by our very own Baldwin Heirs, under the direction of Mr. Chris Tranter, Baldwin High School's choral director. The anthem is being signed by members of the inaugural ASL class. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Please be seated. At this time, we would like to recognize the men and women of this great nation who have served our country, past and present, in one of the military service branches. Our high school band, under the direction of Miss Marissa Virgin, has prepared a medley of service tunes recognizing the following military branches: Army, Navy and Merchant Marines, Air Force and Air National Guard, the United States Marine Corps, and the U.S. Coast Guard. If anyone in our audience this evening, family, friends, or graduates, has ever served or will serve in any of these branches, we ask that you stand to be recognized when your service tune is played, and be seated when the next service tune is played. The United States Army. Navy and Merchant Marine. Air Force and Air National Guard. The United States Marine Corps. The U.S. Coast Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Superintendent of the Baldwin Whitehall School District, Dr. Randall A. Lutz.
Good evening, Baldwin Whitehall community. What a glorious evening. It is an honor to stand before you today as Superintendent of Schools. We gather here to celebrate a momentous occasion, the culmination of years of hard work and dedication, the day you, the graduating seniors, step into the next phase of your lives. Today I want to emphasize a theme that has been instrumental in our educational journey together, one that has shaped not only your academic growth, but also your personal development, the concept of a learning community. Throughout your time in our school district, you have experienced firsthand the transformative power of learning within a community. A learning community is not just a group of individuals in the same physical space. It is a shared commitment to growth, collaboration, and support. It is a place where teachers, students, parents, and the wider community come together to create an environment conducive to learning, exploration, and discovery. It is within this community that you have thrived. It is with this community that you will carry invaluable lessons for the rest of your lives. In our classrooms, you have learned not only from teachers and textbooks, but also from the diverse perspectives and experiences of your peers. Each one of you have brought unique talents, passions, and insights to the table. Through group discussions, projects, and collaborative activities, you have developed the essential skills of effective communication, critical thinking, and problem solving. You have learned that true understanding often emerges through the exchange of ideas and the respectful exploration of different viewpoints. Beyond the confines of the classroom, you have experienced the strength of our larger learning community, witnessed the unwavering support of your teachers, who have gone above and beyond to ensure your success. Engage with professionals, mentors, and community leaders who have generously shared their knowledge and expertise with you and participated in internships, service projects, and extracurricular activities that have broadened your horizons and connected you with the larger world of possibilities. Many members of our faculty and staff are present tonight to honor you and shepherd you to that next part of your journey. And I ask that all Baldwin Whitehall faculty and staff stand and be recognized. Being the leader of this learning community can be difficult, even on the best days. Your elected Board of School Directors provide a level of support to our community that is truly unmatched. It has been said that a good school board gets out of the way, but a great school board helps clear the obstacles in the path. Our school directors take on the toughest of issues, always keeping your children as their highest priority. I ask that each member of the board please stand to be recognized as I read their names. Mr. Peter Giglione, President. Mrs. Janice Carson, Vice President. Mrs. Karen Brown, Vice President. Mr. Robert Oxen. Dr. Anthony DeCesaro. Mr. Daniel Knezevich. Mrs. Amanda Triano. Ms. Melissa Wood. Mr. Greg Zeman. Working with this group of school directors has been a privilege of my lifetime. And it also allows me to be the envy of superintendents throughout the region and, quite honestly, across the country. Thank you for your service. Seniors, on May 16th, during your exit interview, you were asked this question. If you could relive your freshman year of high school, what advice would you give yourself? If the answers that I received from Broderick and Jason and Elena and Taylor and Grace were any indication of how you all answered, then some pretty solid advice was provided. But let's go back a little bit further. Let's go all the way back to 2010, 2011. I wonder what advice or lessons your kindergarten self would give you. What would little Christian or little Grace have to say? While we cannot exactly do that, I did spend some time in the last few days talking to kindergarten children in Baldwin Whitehall, and here are their top 10 answers. Number 1, be fearless. Kindergarten is the time when you approach the world with a sense of fearlessness. Now, I'm not suggesting leaping off the top of the monkey bars, that kind of bravery, but embrace the courage and face challenges head on. The greatest times of learning come when we fail, not when we succeed. Creativity matters, number 2. Not all trees have to be green, and it's okay to have a purple dog. Kindergartners are known for their boundless creativity and imagination. Tap into that creative spirit in everything you do. Find ways to express yourself, think outside the box, and let your imagination soar. 3, be curious. Just like Curious George, your kindergarten self was naturally curious about the world. Don't you remember sitting in the backseat of the car, asking mom and dad the endless question? Your parents remember. Never lose that curiosity. Keep asking questions, seeking knowledge, and exploring the world around you. Curiosity is the gateway to learning and personal growth. Number 4, make friends with everyone. Mr. Rogers had much to teach us, not only in how to make friends, but how to be a friend. Your younger self would remind you to treat everyone with kindness and make an effort to connect with people and appreciate the uniqueness in others. 5, keep it simple. Not everything matters. Your younger self would encourage you to appreciate the beauty of simplicity in life. Take time to enjoy the little moments. Find happiness in the small pleasures, and don't get caught up in unnecessary complexities. 6, be forgiving and forget easily. Kindergartners have a remarkable ability to forgive and forget quickly. Let go of grudges. Forgive others and not hold on to negativity. Embrace forgiveness and move forward with a light heart. An argument at recess did not stop you from still being best friends on the bus ride home. Keep a sense of wonder. What do you still wonder about? Do you even allow yourself time to wonder about anything? Back then was a time when everything was new and exciting, and your kindergarten self would advise you to keep that sense of wonder alive. 8. Be yourself, unapologetically. Kindergartners are unabashedly themselves, unburdened by societal expectations. Your younger self would encourage you to be authentic and true to who you are. In a bowl full of Cheerios, be the Lucky Charm. Play and have fun. Kindergarten is synonymous with playtime and fun. Your younger self would remind you to make time for playfulness and enjoy the lighter side of life. A game of I Spy or a box of sidewalk chalk brought joy and allowed you to not take yourself too seriously. And finally, number 10, believe in magic. Was it so wrong that once we thought that reindeer could fly? Did we wonder what that little Judy meant when she asked Scott Calvin in the Santa Claus if seeing is believing or if believing is seeing? Kindergartners often have a sense of wonder and belief in magic. Hold on to that spark and magic in your life. Believe in possibilities, cultivate hope, and never lose sight of the extraordinary moments that exist in everyday life. Reflecting on the wisdom of our kindergarten friends can be a beautiful reminder of the innocence, resilience, and joy that you carry within you. Think about the advice and lessons from your younger self as you embark on the next chapter of your life. Remember the power of the learning community. Embrace the spirit of collaboration, openness, and continuous growth. Seek out opportunities to learn from others, to expand your knowledge, and to challenge your own assumptions. Education is not a destination, but it's a lifelong pursuit. A journey that's enriched when we learn from others and with others, regardless of age. On behalf of the Board of School Directors, the administration, faculty, and staff of the Baldwin Whitehall School District, may I be among the first to congratulate you, the Baldwin High School class of 2023. As you venture forth, remember that you are part of a larger community, a community of learners, dreamers, and achievers. Embrace its power and let it guide you towards a future filled with promise, fulfillment, and lifelong learning. Thank you, and may your journey be filled with success and the joy of continued growth. Thank you.
Please welcome Class President Dylan Snyder.
Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir. I believe it is necessary to thank the wonderful people who have worked so hard to make this night possible. Those being the administrators, who always put up with our complaints, no matter how radical they may be. The teachers, who continue to teach us, even when we do not listen. And of course, all of you in the audience, who have continued to show us support through our adolescence. Everyone here has in some way, shape, or form contributed to making each of us who we are, and we should forever hold that in our hearts. I stand before you today as the class president of 2023. I am thrilled to have been given this opportunity to set an example for underclassmen and to leave my own mark on this school. But to tell the truth, I'm no more prepared for what lies ahead than everyone else on this field today. With that being said, we've all been asked the same question over and over again. Are you excited for graduation? Where are you going to school next year? And what do you want to do with your life? Seriously? Is it possible to answer these questions so early? Like, are we really expected to know the answer? You're supposed to feel this rhetorical? As I find myself at various events or parties surrounded by the people of my childhood, my reactions to these questions seem to be alarmingly more similar to those of Benjamin Braddock of The Graduate, mindlessly nodding along, acting as politely as possible, all while trying to understand the answers myself. Having said that, the film itself explores a graduate, as you may have assumed, a bit lost and confused with what he should do with his life, while simultaneously feeling the increasing pressure of all of the adults in his life. As we enter this stage in our lives ourselves, the message becomes ever so more relevant on a personal level. We're all scared. None of us really know what's going to happen in the next few years, the next few months, days, 10 seconds from now. But quite frankly, that's perfectly normal. Now, over the past several years that we spent in high school, despite our collective uncertainty of the future, we've experienced the taste of the competition we will likely experience for the rest of our lives. We've become so used to competing with each other for popularity, scholarships, or spots on rosters, that a sense of unity begins to fade away, almost turning into jealousy. Now, this will certainly still be an issue, especially as we enter the workforce. But it's important to realize that no matter what we experience throughout high school, we all sit alongside each other on the field today, as equals. Humans themselves have the tendency to turn everything into a competition, and view winners of these competitions as achievers, and those who fail as losers. In reality, we're all simply on this planet to live. We all live on the same earth, and a lot of us are going through the same emotions. It's ever so important to remember on a day like today that we live in a society where we are constantly falling, but the only thing that truly matters is how we win. Regardless of how lost you may feel, how depressed you may feel, or how many times you may ask yourself the question why. I've tried it a lot. We have all experienced that failure, and that's something that will never stop following us. But it's important to understand that we all fail. We all feel lost, and we're not always going to know exactly what to do. But to be honest, what better way is there to learn? As I leave you today, and some of you for the rest of your lives, I encourage all not to bargain away the experience of being alive for the appearance of it. Keep the passion alive, and don't forget to do things strictly for the sake of it. Because even if you fail what you love doing, you can always get back up and start again the next day, surrounded by the people you love. Thank you.
Representing the distinguished graduates, Lila Kelly.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be here tonight representing the class of 2023. I'm an observer. It's what I do. I take pictures with the intention of capturing every moment I can so that I can keep them in my pocket forever. Countless days spent in this school are documented on my phone with pictures and videos. Looking back on these images is one of my favorite pastimes. I love seeing the ways I spent my days here, no matter how mundane. It's so interesting to look back and see everything I've gained during my time here at Baldwin. I'm sure we've all gained more than we realize. Knowledge, experiences, mentors, a place we can be comfortable in, and people we hope to walk alongside for the rest of our lives. Every person I've found a have experienced loss during these past 4 years. Losing is one of the hardest parts of the human experience. Losing a friend, losing family, losing a place you call home. Losing your car keys when you're already 5 minutes late for school. I'm obsessively optimistic, and even I can't tell you what the bright side to loss is. We are about to experience one of the biggest losses of our lives, or at least that's what this feels like right now. In just a short amount of time, we're all going to get up from our seats, grab that diploma, walk to our cars, and leave the parking lot. And that will be the last time this group of people will ever be in the same place at the same time. We won't just be losing friends, a place where we all spent countless hours, and our teachers. We'll be losing acquaintances, familiar faces, a sense of security and familiarity. It's terrifying to think about, and I don't really have a silver lining to offer you here. It's daunting to be diving headfirst into the great perhaps, but ahead of us are years of possibilities. I need you to know that I wish you all the best, and I truly, genuinely mean that. I hope you all go out into the world and find your place, your people, and your passions. I hope that you continue learning and carry the lessons from this school with you. I hope we bump into each other someday in several years, and you can honestly tell me that life is treating you well. Until then, I'm going to carry my moments in my pocket. I'm going to tell every story I have from this place until I can't any longer. I'm going to share every picture that I've taken. I encourage you all to do the same. Thank you to all the friends, family, and teachers who have stuck with us for the past 4 years. Don't become strangers. I wish I had my phone on me right now to capture this moment, the beginning of the rest of our lives. That's okay. This is one of those rare times where a picture wouldn't do the moment justice. Thank you.
Representing the distinguished graduates, Jaden Wisniewski.
$16,380. 16,380 hours is the amount of time we have spent in school since kindergarten. That's about 60 million seconds of our lives we spent for a diploma and a few handshakes. So that begs the question, was that the goal? Did we really spend this long just for a piece of paper? Of course not. So then what was all this for? Over the last year of my time at Baldwin, I have done a lot of reflecting about the choices I make, the problems I solve, and the classes I take. I thought about the painting of my life that I spent the last 12 years crafting, the canvas full of colors weaving an intricate story. I thought about that one time I worked on a month-long project for my English class in 6th grade just for it to be thrown out. We were to design the government. Our goal was to create a utopian society from the ground up. We were to design the government, assign punishments, build our island, and finally present our projects to the class. After all the presentations were finished, our teacher told us that a utopia just isn't possible. There's always one flaw in the system that brings the whole thing down.
niya sa sarili niya.
Hindi,
I
okay
bring this
lang
up
ako
because
na.
it was one of the most pivotal moments of my educational career. I learned several different things from that project. The first, and I believe most important, is how to fail. Despite my tireless efforts to create a flawless project, a real perfect utopia, I fell short, and that really sucked, for about 2 days. Following that, I realized that life still goes on. The world keeps turning, and the sun will rise again tomorrow. It wasn't the end of the world. Having that piece of information, that no matter what happens or how badly I fail, it will be okay, it always stuck with me. It caused the little voice in my head to remind me, don't give up, it's not over. The second thing I learned from that project was that it's impossible to be perfect. It doesn't matter how well kept everything about your life is, all it can take is one wrong move, one small mistake, to crumble everything you've built up. But here's the catch. That only happens if you try to be perfect. So I learned that it was okay to just be myself. Be proud of what I've done, and be proud of what I will do. I can fall back on myself and the support of my friends and family as they're the foundation of who I am today. And all of that was just from one small project 6 years ago. And that is just one small example of what we spent 12 years working for. It wasn't about the diploma, and it never was. It was all about the steps that we took to get to this point. The diploma is merely a token, a trophy, an award at the end of a very long tunnel. So I hope that you do what I did and reflect. Look at yourself in the mirror when you go home today as a high school graduate and be proud of who you are. You have nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to fear. Your painting is finished, and it's time to start a new one. Your new canvas is blank, and it's up to you to pick up the paintbrush.
Please welcome School Board Student Representative Teslima Chapagai.
Congratulations to the class of 2023. Today, we celebrate the accumulation of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. As we move forward into the next chapter of our lives, I want to begin by talking about the importance of having grit. Earlier in the school year, Ms. Schulte, my AP Literature teacher, showed my class a TED Talk from Angela Lee Duckworth about the characteristic grit. And after watching the TED Talk, I had an epiphany that grit is the key to success. Grit is an unwavering determination to overcome obstacles and to achieve our goals. It is our willingness to push through adversity, to get back up when we fall, and to keep moving forward in the face of challenges. As I was watching the TED Talk, I thought about my parents and their willingness to turn our future into something beautiful, even when they were given nothing. Mrs. and Mr. Chapagai, my parents, adjust to new environments and take risks. When I consider my parents' monumental efforts, I realize that my high school problems, worries, and bad days are insignificant in comparison. I've had the opportunity to grow up watching two hardworking people full of grit attempt to create a beautiful life for me and my younger siblings. Their tenacity and their perseverance inspired me in my own academic endeavors. Thus, I have applied grit. But not every support system is the same. Whether it is your parent, guardian, teacher, coach, or whoever has stood by you, we, the members of Class of 2023, want to thank you for helping us find grit. I want to personally thank my parents for being the best role models possible and for showing me the importance of having grit. But let's be real, having grit can be hard. It can be exhausting, challenging, and sometimes it feels like we will never amount to our dreams. These challenges sometimes make us want to give up. The setbacks make us feel like quitting, and the obstacles can make us think we think our purpose. Whether it was trying to learn chemistry through a screen, or trying to survive the mental challenges high school brings, we have overcome the setbacks and are here today because of the grit that we, the class of 2023, possess. It is our grit that will determine our success. It is our ability to persevere through the tough times, to stay focused on our goals, and to never give up that will ultimately lead us to where we want to be. It's also important to remember that having grit does not mean we have to go through life alone. We can lean on our friends, family, and our mentors for support. So, my message to you today is this. When faced with adversity, dig deep and continue to find your grit. Remember that anything worth achieving requires hard work and dedication. And never forget that with grit, determination, and the support from our role models, anything is possible. With grit, we made it here today, and with grit, we will conquer our future. Congratulations again, class of 2023. I can't wait to see all the amazing things we'll accomplish in the years to come. Thank you.
Please welcome Mr. Peter Giglione, President of the Baldwin Whitehall Board of Directors.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of your Board of School Directors, welcome to the 2023 Baldwin High School graduation. Graduates, look around. Take all of this in. Look up into the stands. Look up to your parents, your family, your support system, everyone who loves you. You will remember this evening for the rest of your lives. Years from now, it will seem to you as though high school passed by in the blink of an eye. So now, and within the coming days, while the memories are still fresh in your mind, think about all the wonderful people who you encountered on your journey to commencement. Teachers, staff, friends, coaches, teammates, bandmates, maybe even some people with whom you didn't get along. And remember that each encounter, however minor, it may have seemed at the time, played a role in molding the person that you have become. The teacher who seemed harder on you than on your classmates because they knew that you were an A-level student and should set high goals for yourself. The coach who always was in your face and made you run laps or keep working after practice because they saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself.
Another student who came to assist you at that moment when you needed help. We've all had those people in our lives, and you may not realize it now, but as the years pass, you will come to realize the positive and life-altering impacts that they had on you. What's really special about that is now that you're going to be ready to do the same, to answer the call, to help when someone else needs you. Within the coming months, many of you will attend college or a trade school. Others will serve our country in the military or enter the workforce. Regardless of what your next steps are, after today, you will undertake the massive responsibility of being the next generation to run the world. While this is an exciting time with endless possibilities for all of you, it's also a time of precariousness and division. Frankly, in my 46 years, I don't recall there being a time where people are not only extremely divided, but lacking any desire for discussion or empathy. We succeed as a community, as a nation, when we accept the fact that we are not all the same and have different opinions and views, but are able to put aside those differences and disagreements to work for the common good. We are counting on you to restore civility, to restore respect and productive discourse in order to build bridges and achieve progress without sacrificing your own beliefs or opinions. This is not only possible, but it is what has kept our democracy working for nearly 247 years. The ability to disagree and debate while finding solutions to our biggest challenges and goals. As Winston Churchill famously said, courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. I also don't recall there being a time when so many people don't want to work a job. I'm sure that you've heard from your parents that there are no handouts in life. You have to work for everything you get. Well, graduates, guess what? Your parents were right. The world generally is a wonderful place with endless possibilities. But as Thomas Jefferson and others wrote in the Declaration of Independence, our unalienable rights include only life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Pursuit being the key word. You have the right to go out and get it, but don't expect others to hand it to you. Every year in my role as a part-time law professor, I attend the Duquesne University School of Law commencement. I love to see my students accept their well-earned law degree and doctoral hood. This year, our featured speaker was one of the best attorneys in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, if not the United States, Thomas Klein. Tom is a former school teacher, turned lawyer, uniformly respected by all lawyers, judges, and justices, and widely seen as one of the best trial lawyers who ever practiced law. During his keynote speech, he covered 10 rules by which he lived. Now, what do you think Tom's number one rule is? Make as much money as you can, wear the most expensive clothes, have the biggest house, drive the nicest truck or the fastest car, or never make a mistake? It's none of the above. In Tom's 40-plus years of legal practice, his number one rule is to find happiness. Graduates, you're all going to witness a lot more sunrises and sunsets. Don't live your lives content with mediocrity. Find happiness, and don't be afraid to work for it. You're going to have ups and downs, but as Churchill said, and actually Mrs. Giles recited the same favorite quote of mine during her speech at the recent NHS induction, success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. You need to figure what brings you happiness and use that emotion as motivation to do great things and to pick yourself up whenever you fail. In life, you need to learn your greatest lesson from your failures. How you react to failure shows your true character. Being true to yourself every day and finding whatever it is that brings happiness to you will make those occasional failures feel more like minor setbacks, from which you will learn very much, but that will never define you. I wish you all happiness and prosperity in your lives, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
And now, the principal of Baldwin High School, Mr. Sean Allen Tomaszewski.
Class of 2023, know that you are the legacy of this school district. It is your learning and the subsequent impacts that you will have on our society and culture that will show the world what fine academic institutions Baldwin High School and the Baldwin Whitehall School District are. Each of you will represent our school and district in all that you do. As you look ahead and imagine your future selves, I encourage you to reflect on the impact that you will have on our world. Will you carry on our proud human traditions of expanding knowledge and deepening our understanding of us and the world around us? Or will you choose to stifle that expansion and claw back the progress that has been made? In a world filled with diverse perspectives and ideas, it is imperative that we nurture the flames of intellectual freedom and curiosity. For these propel society forward, foster innovation, expand understanding, and deepen empathy. They ignite the spark within us that has driven mankind to explore uncharted territories, challenge conventional wisdom, and bend the moral arc of the universe ever closer to justice. However, neither intellectual freedom nor the state of curiosity that springs from it can be taken for granted. History has shown us that fear and intolerance cloud the path to progress and can consequently stifle curiosity. So as you imagine your future selves, members of the class of 2023, whom do you see? Do you see someone who will be a champion for the expansion of our collective human knowledge, who will be a voice for liberty and intellectual freedom? Will you author books or will you ban books? This evening, we celebrate your successes as nation scholars. We recognize the academic growth that you have made during these past 4 years, and we send you off to commence in taking the next steps of your journeys toward good and fulfilling lives. Isaac Newton, in a letter to Robert Hooke discussing progress being made in the field of optics, famously recognized that if he had seen further, it was because he stood on the shoulders of giants. As Newton recognized then, and as I hope you do now, our own scholarly and academic successes are built upon the foundations of others. Humanity's academic and scholarly successes are built upon the foundations of curiosity. History is replete with examples of civilizations that have succumbed at decline. So as your principal, my charge to you is to go boldly into your future. To use the words of Dr. Lusson Dayton, to go fearlessly. Regardless of whether you study at college or university, have the courage to ask new questions and to read new books. You might get offended along the way, but you will learn something, and through learning, you will realize a better version of your future self. Class of 2023, congratulations on your achievements while being students at Baldwin High School, and please continue to make us proud. Dr. Lutz, School Board of Directors, and members of the Baldwin Whitehall community, as the proud principal of Baldwin High School, I present to you and certify that the members of the class of 2023 have met the graduation requirements set forth by the Baldwin Whitehall School District and by the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Class of 2023, rise now and be recognized by all those gathered here.
Seniors, please be seated, except for the first row. First row, you may move to receive your diplomas.
susundan natin siya.
Dylan Patrick Snyder. Robert Benton. Lauren Adele Leffert.
Ang galing.
Aiden Luke O'Malley. Sophia Rose Kozar. Skylar Alexis Kelly. Ava Marie Wadrick. Taslima Chapagai. Matthew Craig Collins.
Tatagal lang po sa Facebook.
Jaden Resneski.
Pag malapit na inalik ko po na.
Stephanie Oates. Lana Kovacek. Gabrielle Elizabeth Darley. Ainsley Widerson. Elijah Christopher Trout. Grace Kathleen Tolman. Robert James Coslow. Sarah Noel Caesar. Jacob Gallagher. Paige Madison Brain. Marissa Lee Bourdon. Olivia Marie Southern. Abigail Helene Hutchinson. Timothy Neil Book. Audrey Lynn Work. Brooke Ireland McCardle.
Pala nun, tayo dadalawa lang.
Catherine Lindenfelder. Joshua William Knight. Danielle Elise Moore.
Ano tayo makakapalakpak na hawak tayo.
Justin Timothy Shanaman. James Westland. Shane Alexander Smith. Emma Grunwald. Anna Lynn Schmidt. Broderick
Thomas Brazil. Evelyn Ann Wright. Dylan Wise. Ava Ellen Vavro. Lila Rose Kelly. Catherine Josephine Powell.
Video mo. Hindi yan.
Rachel Suzanne Zagorich.
Ano pa niya siya?
Ryan Lee Ogroski.
Ayun. Pa-video mo, tas picture.
Samuel Petrovic. Alexandra Francis Jaworski. Ava Ippolito. Grace Elizabeth Harmon. Madison Marie Benedict. Joseph Canola.
Video mo na.
John Negley. Brady James Zofin. Caitlin Spanos. Abigail Faith Sullivan. Charles William Marsh. Morgan Grace O'Brien. Ristiga Leotain. Elena Lorraine Agnew.
Ayan na.
Archangeli, Austria. Colton Mason Adamitis.
Nakaya picture.
Yes, Ace!
Logan Bacote. Gabrielle Olivia Bagay. Aruna Bassett. Dren Bigora. Mason Baker. Alana Marie Bierman.
Now she's there.
Bakit napunta
Ava
doon?
Jean Bell. Andrew Walker Barrett. AJ Berry. Nia Bandari. Roshni Bichar. Caleb Isaiah Barnett.
What?
Brandon Belcher. La Vista. Caitlin Bogaski. Subhash Pista. Jeffrey James Bradley. Taylor Palmer. Brianna Catherine Breisinger. Max Boyen. Nicholas Brown.
Nicky Babe!
Cameron Emily Clader. Sierra Renee Coates. Kendall Bush. Owen Leo Bush. Alexis Nicole Davis. Samantha Rose Davis. Nicholas Bai. Eldar Sokoli. Riley Delalo. Devalen Diggs. Joseph Carr. Carson Alexander Chapel. Aluk Alem. Krishna Dillon. AJ Jericho. Benjamin George Turner. Kushila Dalal. Gabriella Emiliani. Dajan Dungal. Nolan John Dowie. Octavia Episcopo. Emily Elizabeth Evans.
Asan yung picture sa taas? Anong picture? Picture sa
Luca Dragon. Ian Robert Dush.
Hindi mo kinuna ng picture?
I did. Hmm? Ah, okay.
Kendall
Ayan.
Fisher. Cynthia Elizabeth Flaherty. Nico Anthony Delalo. Will Thomas Dempsey. Maria Sage Fleck. Sophia Forsythe. Dewash Dekal. Dylan Giovanni Engineering.